I never believed places could remember people. I believed memories lived in minds, not soil, not water, not wind. That belief stayed with me until the winter of 2012, when my job sent me to a town that doesn't show up on most maps, Merrow's Edge, Louisiana. Merrow's Edge sat along a wide, slow river locals simply called the Bend. Official maps labeled it the Calcasieu tributary, but no one used that name. To them, it was just the river. They said it the way people say the ocean, with quiet respect, sometimes with fear. I was there for 6 weeks to survey old flood damage claims. Insurance work, boring, practical, safe. That's what I thought. The house near the Bend. I stayed in a rental house about half a mile from the river. It was an old structure, single-story, wood frame, tin roof, screened porch sagging just enough to notice. The owner lived 2 towns over and had left the place in the care of an elderly man named Walter. Walter handed me the keys and said only one strange thing before leaving. "If you hear someone call you at night," he said, not looking at me, "don't answer." I laughed politely. He didn't. "There's cell service," I said. "I'll be fine." Walter nodded, as if I'd missed the point entirely. The first night passed quietly. Too quietly. No crickets, no frogs, no wind in the trees. I noticed it only after midnight, when I woke up for no clear reason. The silence felt thick, like the air had weight. I sat up in bed, listening. That's when I heard it. A splash. Not close. Somewhere beyond the trees, toward the river. I told myself it was a fish, or a branch falling. Rivers make noise. I lay back down. Another splash followed. Then another. They were rhythmic, deliberate, like something being thrown into the water. Footsteps. The next sound didn't come from the river. It came from the yard. Wet footsteps. Slow, heavy, each step followed by a faint squelch, as if waterlogged shoes were pressing into soft earth. I sat up again, heart starting to race. The footsteps circled the house. Once, twice, then they stopped. Right outside my bedroom window. I held my breath. A shape blocked the moonlight behind the curtain. Tall, unnaturally still. Then a voice spoke. "Hello." It sounded human, male, calm, almost tired. I didn't respond. "Hey," the voice said again, closer now. "Can you help me?" My mouth went dry. "I'm hurt," the voice continued. I fell in the river. Something about it was wrong. The words were correct, but the timing wasn't. The pauses between syllables were slightly off, like someone repeating a sentence they'd practiced but never truly understood. "I just need you to open the door." The smell, that's when I smelled it. Rotting water, mud, old leaves, something sour beneath it, like decay that had been submerged too long. The smell seeped through the cracks in the window frame. My stomach turned. "I know you're inside," the voice said softly now. "I can hear you breathing." The floorboard beneath my foot creaked. Outside, something smiled. I knew it instinctively. You can hear a smile in a voice even when you can't see it. The watery sound came from the front door. Dripping, slow, steady droplets hitting the wooden porch. Then something impossible happened. Water began sliding under my bedroom door. Not a flood, just a thin, spreading layer. Clear at first, then cloudy. Cold. It smelled exactly like the river. I backed against the wall, heart pounding so hard it hurt. The voice was inside the house now. Not physically, but everywhere else. "You don't have to be afraid," it said, coming from the hallway. "People help each other here." I squeezed my eyes shut. I don't remember praying. I don't remember screaming. I remember waiting. The morning at some point, exhaustion pulled me under. When I woke, sunlight filled the room. The floor was dry. No smell, no water, no footprints. I checked outside. The yard was untouched. The porch dry. No signs of anything. But down by the riverbank, the mud was disturbed, dragged, like something heavy had been pulled from the water or back into it. Walter's story. I found Walter that afternoon. He listened silently as I described everything. When I finished, he nodded once. "It called you," he said. "What was it?" I asked. Walter stared toward the Bend. "People who drowned," he said. "People who weren't ready. The river keeps them." I told him that didn't make sense. He smiled sadly. "The river doesn't care about sense." The second night I should have left. I didn't. That night, the calling came again. This time, it used my name perfectly. I didn't answer. The voice grew angry. The water didn't come again, but something else did. Scratching from beneath the floorboards, like fingernails dragging slowly across wood. I left at sunrise. I never returned. Epilogue. 2 years later, I read about Marrow's Edge in a regional paper. A fisherman had gone missing near the bend. His boat was found drifting, empty. No body recovered. The article ended with a quote from a local resident. Sometimes, at night, we hear him calling for help, but the river doesn't call twice. I still don't live near water, and when someone calls my name in the dark, I wait for the second time. Because if it never comes, I know I've survived another night.